From the earliest musing of our ancestors to the modern fascination with the nebulae far beyond, the systematic exploration of astrological phenomena has long been a field replete with technical sophistication and empirical investigations. In this analysis, I guide you through meticulously documented systems of cosmic computation developed by ancient civilizations, each underpinned by elaborate observational techniques and intricate mathematical frameworks. At the heart of this journey lies the conviction that the celestial configuration mirrors terrestrial events with a degree of precision that has both puzzled and inspired experts for millennia. Ancient Babylon, Egypt, Greece, India, and China, though geographically and culturally distinct, each established an astrological framework designed to capture the interplay of planetary motions, seasonal variations, and ritualistic observances. Modern experts in archaeoastronomy and computational astrology continue to appraise how these systems integrated astronomical calculation with symbolic representation to forecast events spanning from agricultural cycles to individual destinies. This presentation endeavors to dissect the technical methodologies, such as the division of the ecliptic into zodiacal segments and the alignment of planetary deities with celestial markers, as seen in Babylonian tradition, and trace the evolution of these methods into more personalized horoscopic models exemplified by the Hellenistic schools. The narrative adopts a formal tone, appropriate for a specialist audience, and delves deeply into the numerical analyses and recorded observations that laid the groundwork for predictive cosmology. Throughout this exposition, every argument is substantiated by quantitative data gleaned from historical records and meticulous scholarly research, inviting an appreciation for the exactitude and intellectual rigor that characterize these ancient practices. This journey epitomizes precision and nuance in cosmic inquiry with rigor. Delving into Babylonian astrology, we encounter the earliest known system of astrological science, characterized by rigorous numerical methods and systematic celestial cataloging. Ancient Babylonian scholars divided the ecliptic into preferential zodiacal segments, meticulously assigning planetary bodies to specific deities based on their perceived influence and observable movement. Their methods involved extensive use of arithmetic and geometric calculations, remarkable for their era, to predict political events, seasonal variations, and agricultural cycles. The narrative of Babylonian astrological practices is enshrined in clay tablets inscribed with thousands of astronomical omens, each entry a testament to their dedication to empirical observation and methodical record-keeping. In these records, one finds evidence of proto-mathematical systems that anticipated later developments in both astronomy and horoscopic prediction. Detailed cuneiform inscriptions reveal that Babylonian astrologers were keen to correlate planetary positions with varied terrestrial occurrences, an endeavor that necessitated precise knowledge of the lunar phases and solar movements. Their analytical frameworks relied on iterative calculations that combined observed phenomena with mythological interpretations, thereby establishing a dynamic interplay between quantitative data and qualitative symbolism. Advanced scholars are reminded that the Babylonian system not only pioneered the use of structured time divisions, but also incorporated principles of periodicity and recurrence, concepts which have endured in subsequent astrological traditions. As the celestial narratives unfolded on clay, the Babylonians employed an empirical approach, buttressed by evolving computational techniques. Sophisticated tools such as the sexagesimal numeral system allowed for finer resolutions in measuring angular distances and time intervals. This meticulous approach enabled them to craft predictive models that, despite the constraints of ancient observational technology, achieved commendable levels of accuracy. Their commitment to linking celestial events with earthly outcomes laid the conceptual groundwork for future developments in predictive astrology. In examining these early methodologies, modern practitioners appreciate the technical ingenuity behind Babylonian practices and acknowledge their enduring influence on later astrological systems emerging from Egypt, Greece, and beyond. Critical analysis of Babylonian astronomical treatises further reveals a well-documented use of intercalation and lunisolar synchronization, allowing for the intricate mapping of celestial cycles onto governmental calendars. These sophisticated computations, though primitive by modern standards, exhibit a remarkable congruence with later astronomical techniques, evidencing an early mastery of applied mathematics. Thus, Babylonian wisdom continues to inspire scholarly inquiry remarkably. Turning to the sophisticated traditions of Egyptian astrology, we examine a system intricately interwoven with religious, calendrical, and symbolic practices. Egyptian scholars focused on the decans, dividing the night sky into 36 segments associated with specific deities and seasonal markers. This method provided not only temporal guidance for ceremonial activities, but also a framework for aligning astronomical phenomena with the cyclical inundation of the Nile. Extensive observations of heliacal risings and settings facilitated the precise synchronization between the solar-lunar cycles and Egypt's agricultural calendar. The evidential records preserved in hieroglyphic inscriptions illustrate a remarkable confluence of empirical data and mythological interpretation, forming a robust foundation upon which further astrological developments were built. In this tradition, each decan possessed a dual significance, as both a temporal indicator and a symbol representing divine qualities inherent in the cosmos. Advanced studies reveal that the Egyptian astrological schema involved detailed numerical correlations, where the periodic reappearances of stars directly informed the timing of religious festivals and state rituals. Systematic integration of astronomical events with the solar-lunar calendar underscored their belief in the transitory yet cyclical nature of existence, a view that resonated deeply in both civic and spiritual domains. Moreover, the Egyptians employed precise observational instruments to chart the progression of stars, ensuring that their predictions incorporated both mathematical accuracy and ritual symbolism. Critical analyses of extant papyri show that Egyptian astrologers utilized sophisticated alignment techniques to calculate the heliacal rising of key stars, thereby harmonizing divine cosmic order with earthly temporal cycles. Such technical prowess in observational astronomy and calendrical synchronization not only influenced local governance and ritual scheduling, but also provided substantive contributions to the astrological practices of subsequent civilizations, notably the Hellenistic tradition. In sum, Egyptian astrology stands as a meticulously crafted system wherein empirical observation, numerical precision, and deep symbolic meaning converge to form an integrated approach to cosmic synchronization and temporal regulation. Thorough quantitative reviews of astronomical alignments found on temple walls reveal calibration techniques that quantified celestial intervals with remarkable precision, thereby enhancing the predictive reliability of the system. This synthesis profoundly encapsulates the Egyptian vision of cosmic order. Hellenistic astrology represents a pivotal transformation in the evolution of celestial sciences, characterized by the advent of personalized horoscopic analysis and intricate mathematical frameworks. Emerging from a synthesis of Babylonian quantitative methods and Egyptian symbolic systems, Hellenistic scholars developed the art of casting natal charts that meticulously mapped the positions of celestial bodies at critical moments of an individual's birth. These charts were constructed using precise geometric divisions of the sky into houses, wherein each segment corresponded to specific life domains, from personal identity to public affairs. Deeply rooted in advanced computational techniques, Hellenistic astrologers applied the principles of planetary rulerships, aspects, and angular separations to derive interpretations that were both deterministic and reflective of free will. Rigorous studies of seminal texts, such as the Tetrabiblos of Ptolemy, reveal an enduring legacy of systematic analysis and empirical observation, where mathematical precision met mythological symbolism. Detailed ephemerides and technical manuals from this era exhibit sophisticated algorithms and numerical models that allowed for complex calculations involving epicycles and deferents, thereby achieving a level of accuracy that resonated with later astronomical discoveries. Scholarly consensus holds that the Hellenistic approach was not merely a predictive tool, but constituted an integrated philosophical system, one that acknowledged the interplay between fate and personal endeavor. In this epoch, astrological charts transcended their role as mere calendars, evolving into comprehensive blueprints that encapsulated the potentialities of human experience. Numerous examples from papyrus texts and stone inscriptions attest to the layered symbology and coded significators embedded within these horoscopes. Modern analyses highlight that, while the system was built upon empirical data and mathematical constructs, its interpretative core was fundamentally woven with myth and allegory. Consequently, the Hellenistic tradition pioneered the concept of the human horoscope, transforming astrology into an art form that encompassed rigorous quantitative scrutiny alongside profound existential inquiry. Contemporary experts in classical studies continue to unearth and decode the intricate interplay of celestial metrics and symbolic language in these texts. They argue that such precision in the ancient practice not only advanced astronomical knowledge, but also ingrained a deeper understanding of individual destiny within the cultural milieu of antiquity. Through its harmonization of empirical precision with philosophical introspection, Hellenistic astrology endures as a testament to a period when cosmic observation was elevated to a comprehensive study of human nature and the underlying structures of the universe. Extensive quantitative modeling in extant manuscripts demonstrates the use of precise angular measurements, trigonometric computations, and iterative algorithms that, when re-examined with modern statistical methods, confirm the sophistication of Hellenistic astrological practices. This enduring legacy affirms the critical role of mathematics in the evolution of astronomical sciences. These findings illuminate the precise integration of art and science in ancient thought remarkably. In the expansive domain of Vedic astrology, known as Jyotish, ancient Indian scholars developed a system characterized by its rigorous astronomical computation and deep philosophical insight. This tradition focuses on the lunar cycles and the intrinsic concept of karma, manifesting as elaborate frameworks such as nakshatras, dashas, and muhurta to map the interplay of celestial movements with individual destiny. Vedic astrologers achieved remarkable precision by employing astronomical observations alongside intricate time division methods, which allowed for the subdivision of the year into specific planetary periods. Detailed treatises expound on the cyclical nature of time, wherein each celestial event is imbued with a dual significance, an empirical occurrence and a karmic message. The quantitative analyses present in these ancient texts underscore the systematic nature of Jyotish, highlighting the calculated periodicities that govern the dashas, planetary time cycles that forecast life events down to minute details. Scholars note that the structure of Vedic astrological methods reveals a profound understanding of the mathematical relationships between planetary motions and lunar phases, with computations often based on extensive geometric and arithmetic operations derived from early astronomical treatises. Moreover, instruments such as the gnomon and water clocks facilitated accurate measurements of time, proving critical for determining auspicious timings integral to both personal and state functions. The backdrop of Vedic culture, steeped in rigorous ritual observance and philosophical inquiry, provided fertile ground for the evolution of these astrological calculations. Historical accounts document that idols of celestial bodies were meticulously aligned with seasonal changes, serving both as observatories and as symbolic representations of divine order. In this complex system, every astronomical observation was interwoven with divine significance, linking the pragmatic aspects of timekeeping with the metaphysical realm of karmic destiny. In summary, Vedic astrology encapsulates a uniquely precise methodology that synthesizes numerical computation with a transcendental understanding of life's cyclical rhythms, offering insights into human experience that resonate even in contemporary interpretations of cosmic interrelations. Rigorous mathematical algorithms and observational data reveal that Jyotish not only predicted temporal cycles with striking accuracy, but also provided a holistic framework merging empirical science with spiritual philosophy. This integration continues to inspire. Chinese astrology presents an intricate mosaic that fuses empirical observations with a system of cyclical and elemental symbolism. At its core lies the 12-animal zodiac, a paradigm that organizes time into recurring cycles, each imbued with distinctive traits derived from meticulous celestial monitoring. Complementing this animal system are the 5 elemental principles: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, which interact dynamically to shape both individual characteristics and broader environmental trends. Underpinned by the philosophical constructs of yin and yang, Chinese astrologers developed an integrated framework that emphasizes balance and harmony between opposing forces. The system employs a dual calendar incorporating lunar and solar cycles, thereby ensuring that its predictions account for the complexities of seasonal transformations and their impact on agrarian society. Advanced studies reveal that Chinese astronomical traditions also incorporated precise mathematical models and observational techniques, evidencing an empirical rigor comparable to other ancient astrological systems. In fact, historical records indicate that the cyclicity of animal signs was complemented by regular astronomical phenomena, enabling practitioners to refine their predictions with sophisticated numerical analysis. This amalgamation of cosmic readings with divinatory practices reflects a worldview in which every earthly event is inextricably linked to celestial cycles. The integration of elemental theory and cyclical timekeeping in Chinese astrology ultimately provides a multidimensional framework for interpreting personality traits, social dynamics, and natural phenomena. The technical precision and holistic philosophy inherent in this system continue to influence modern scholarly interpretations of both astronomy and cultural history, underscoring a legacy that spans centuries of empirical practice and abstract inquiry. Through extensive analysis of historical texts and astronomical records, scholars have identified recurring patterns and mathematical constants within Chinese astrological computations, which verify the robust integration of empirical research and traditional divinatory practices, reinforcing a framework that is both technically sound and philosophically profound. This remains astounding. In a comprehensive comparative analysis, Hellenistic, Babylonian, Egyptian, Vedic, and Chinese astrological systems converge to reveal a universal quest for cosmic understanding through rigorous empirical investigation and advanced mathematical theory. Each of these ancient traditions presents a systematic approach, where meticulously recorded observations and sophisticated computations served not only to predict earthly events, but also to illuminate the deeper metaphysical connections between the heavens and human existence. Babylonian astrology introduced the foundational principles by utilizing a systematic catalog of celestial omens and precise numerical methods, setting a precedent for connecting quantitative data with the occurrences on Earth. Egyptian astrology, blending calendrical precision with religious symbology, advanced this knowledge by integrating the cyclical nature of the cosmos with the regularity of seasonal and agricultural cycles. Hellenistic practices then refined these methodologies into personalized horoscopes, fostering an intricate relationship between planetary movements and individual destinies through rigorous calculations and geometric modeling. In parallel, Vedic astrology developed an elaborate predictive framework rooted in lunar cycles and karmic philosophy, where numerical precision and spiritual interpretation coalesce to produce a unique synthesis of empirical observation and metaphysical insight. Meanwhile, Chinese astrology contributed a distinct dimension through its synthesis of cyclical timekeeping, elemental theory, and the polarity of yin and yang, thereby extending the discourse of astrological science into a multidimensional model of cosmic interconnection. Modern quantitative analyses corroborate that these ancient systems, despite their cultural divergences, share common methodological ground, characterized by advanced numerical computation and systematic observation. Detailed statistical models confirm that the periodicities observed in celestial phenomena were consistently linked to terrestrial events, with a degree of reliability that continues to intrigue contemporary scholars. Altogether, the amalgamation of these diverse astrological traditions emphasizes that the intellectual rigor of ancient astrologers was as much a product of scientific inquiry as it was of spiritual contemplation. In summation, an expert-level review of these systems highlights a remarkable legacy of astrological thought, inspiring ongoing research and reinforcing the timeless interplay between mathematical precision and the enduring human fascination with the cosmos. A rigorous, fact-driven synthesis of these astrological systems not only underscores the sophisticated mathematical and observational techniques that defined ancient celestial studies, but also invites current experts to reassess historical methodologies through the lens of modern computational analytics and data modeling, thereby bridging past wisdom with contemporary scientific inquiry. This confluence of ancient precision and modern analysis reaffirms the timeless value of astrological science profoundly.